And we are live, definitely, now, in the garage. Hello everyone, and welcome to the, what is this, round 3? Surely it has to be. Of Aor Season 11. We have got 100% chance of rain for qualifying. Okay. What do you have to comment about that, Dan?
Well, it's Codemasters, so I can guarantee it'll be a full dry session. Yeah, but we've also got 33% chance of rain in the race, so I wonder if we'll see a few guys going out on prime tyres here, because maybe you could get away with one less stop if you start on the primes.
Yeah, potentially. I probably should retire by now. I'm staring at the wrong screen, being YouTube at the moment, but... Has Callum retired, or is that just something I heard?
Well, I've retired, and you've retired, and Callum has also retired. So, weirdly, deciding not to set a lap in this qualifying session.
Is that some kind of protest for Sector 1?
I honestly don't know.
No, neither do I. Shane has some inside information. I've got a feeling it's got to do with strategy. But that makes little sense. Unless they're gambling on early safety cars somehow.
Yeah. Not many guys heading out at the start of this session. People seem reluctant to head out for some reason. But,
Shane having a bit of a lag party on my screen at the moment.
Oh, well, that's all.
Seeming
always
to stop.
An encouraging sign, that.
Yep, I'm following on board with Vettel in the catering at the front of the pack at the moment. He'll be the first to set a lap time unless he messes up on corner cuts at some point.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see as he goes on to start his lap now. Activated the RS down towards turn 1. Who are you been on board with, Dan?
I'm also on board with Vettel, but I'm going to go on board with this. But I can't pronounce his name. I'll go on board with Shane because it's just easy to pronounce his name. When he eventually starts.
Who were you trying to refer to?
The guy in the Lotus. Please let's hope he doesn't have an interesting race, because I don't really want to be saying that Callum's disconnected.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yep, that.
Well, he has got a spare invite, so he should be able to get back in.
Yeah, technically, well, I was going to say we could actually restart because no one has set a lap, but we'll see if Philip or Pepper decides to disconnect or disconnect, whatever you want to call it. But if not, we'll just carry on, won't we? And it'll be a bit of a shame if Callum can't get in. Didn't he disconnect in Brazil last time out?
He disconnected in Australia.
Australia? Yeah, it was Pepper that did it in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what's left us with the massive close gap at the moment.
We've got two guys who both want to race. Callum's rejoined, so that's always good. But yeah, I'm on board with Shane so far. Can't really work out how well he's going, but so far it looks good.
Well, Vettel's doing pretty decent at the moment. I haven't seen any, well, that was a bit of an apex miss, but still, haven't seen, well, I've seen worse, at least in corner routing wise.
Well,
but
maybe Callum got his karma for retiring from the session by disconnecting, but Shane taking an interesting line through that corner. I mean, it looked like it.
I think we've got a problem.
Why?
Has Vettel been auto-retired?
Vettel's been auto-retired for corner footing.
Yeah, he did it at the last corner. Or second to last corner, sorry.
Oh, God.
Don't cut a corner, guys. Don't cut a corner.
On my screen, I've also got a safety car out. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
I think it's replaced, well, Vettel. Or Callum's gone again.
Well, Callum's going in and out of the session. Well, Professional, don't hit that second to last corner.
Hammer Time's now retired.
I suspect that's an auto-retire.
Well, unless he's happy. He's set at 35.8, which I think is a pretty good lap. Okay. So I think he'll just be happy with that lap and is retired because of that. So we've got F1 ARG Vettel, who's been auto-retired. We've got Callum, who's now gone offline.
Yeah, he's got about 5 minutes to go before he can't get in.
Yeah, and he's used up a lot of invites as well, which is a bit more worrying.
He's used at least 2. I sent him 2 at least, I think. Philip probably sent about 3 like he did to me.
Shane's now on an in lap, and everyone else is deciding to wait in the pits, so thanks, life. We have not got a lot to commentate on now. Callum's back online.
I'm on board with the homegrown hero, Professional. It's about halfway around the lap down the back straight.
But on my screen, it doesn't actually exist. Right, currently on my screen, I have got Shane and everyone else in the pits.
Really? You sure you don't want to disconnect and reconnect or something?
Okay, so I can see people's lap times, so they do
Okay, that makes... Yeah, that makes zero sense. I've just seen Professional just miss the corner at the end of the straight and smash the bollard to pieces, and he hasn't been auto-retired.
And Shane has just taken the most ridiculous line I've ever seen through the second to last corner and not been auto-retired.
Yeah, let's... Okay, on board with Brown now. Vettel sent a message, I think that's for him being auto-retired, I imagine. I can read that in a second. But Brown pits. Anyone else out on track, on your point of view? Or
they're all in the pits. Shane has just come in, so my only hope has now decided to pit, and the pit crew aren't wheeling in. Oh my god, oh my god. Nice
Everyone's
game.
in the pits on my screen
right,
as well.
Okay, so now we can't commentate on anything.
What? No. What's happened now?
Well, I can't do it. Oh, spectate, someone's come on.
I've got Prost. Prost has suddenly appeared mid-track.
Right, Shane has now come out of the pit lane. Oh my god,
I've just been sent a message by...
Right.
Philip's questioning a restart for the sake of Callum.
I think we need to restart this because I'm seeing some sorcery on my screen currently.
Yeah, we can restart for the sake of the session, not for Callum.
I think this needs restarting.
I'll send him a message and I'll go and read what on earth Vettel said. I'm expecting it's going to be an auto-retirement or something, just...
Well, I mean, if you're auto-retired, then... And I've
Vettel said, I removed the qualifier, is what I've been received from Vettel.
Okay, this is helpful. But I mean, I've got...
They all know English again.
I mean, I've kind of got little sympathy for people who get auto-retired. Because let's be honest, if you've corner cut, haven't you, at the end of the day?
Yeah, Dan, send Philip a message, restart. It's getting a bit stupid now.
Oh crap, just press spectate. Shane's...
We're only 15 minutes into it. We've been later than that starting normal sessions.
For 100.
And Prost is lagging like mad, so he's going to kill someone at turn 1 if we keep going on like this. Shane's P2, so he's probably not going to be very pleased, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's 8 times off what he can do, so...
Well, somehow he's still got second because everyone that couldn't do something has been
Callum's
disqualified.
Having quite a few issues at the moment. Pepper's, I don't know if he's gone out. From my screen, he's not gone out. Phillips...
What's... No, crap, there's a back button. I'm trying to type on the wheel, it doesn't work.
Yeah, Phillips just said restart. Right, quit.
Yeah. Well, I just sent him yes, literally 2 seconds after that.
Right. So I'll be hosting this fun.
Yeah, get a move on.
Yeah, I've quit, alright.
I wonder if hosting a Skype call and... disconnecting the microphone by 20.
I was going to say, I'm just like, oh god, Skype's gone now. Just like, this is going so well.
It's not quite that bad. I wonder if the stream's doing okay, because it's the first time I'm trying to like double the quality. So.
I haven't looked at it. I was trying to hang on. Short weekend, short qualifying, safety car.
I was going to say, it sounds really loud on my screen, but that makes more sense because my volume is 100%.
Well, I think...
Pratt.
Car year selection. Reduce part firmate on. Car damage simulation. Full. Assist restrictions. Everything's banned, isn't it now? Let's put the racing line back on for everyone. Right, creating session. Hopefully people will be actually able to stay connected now.
Yeah, hopefully. 6 viewers, had a peak of 9. Good.
We've had a peak of 9.
That's a long time.
What has turned the other 3 people away?
I don't know if this is madness.
Come back.
Crap. Well, how do I do this? Well, that's where I was going to type, Pratt. Have you sent invites or?
Callum's joined. First one to join. Yeah, people are in. Oh crap!
I don't have an invite, of course, because you're not. I don't appear.
Scroll down for you.
Well, I think I did, but well, that might be only on PS4, no, in this game.
Cost. Oh no, he doesn't base. Oh no, thanks a lot. There you go, James. Sent.
There we go. Thank you. Da da da. Let's see, fix the echo. I'm going to disconnect myself for 2 seconds. I think that means that you won't be heard in the stream either. We'll see if it works. No. There's nothing more I can do.
Well, we've got 12 people. We're waiting for someone, but I don't know who it is.
Good counting. Philip's in the Marussia for some reason. I'm in the Force India. Sauber... Brown sent an invite. Was he in there?
Brown's there, yeah. I don't even know.
Who
I don't
are we
even know the
missing?
teams anymore. Oh, there we go.
We'll go on the website and have a look.
Right, go.
I'm sending invites just in case. Da, 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 da. Go to the bottom of the screen to find you.
Yay! Oh no, I've got an echo.
Iceman, Lee.
I can hear an echo.
Crap. So I've basically gone from nothing to causing a massive echo. There you are.
Right, are we ready to go? Right, Should I go? Should I go?
Hmm? I don't know.
Well, your league, whatever, coordinate. I want people to press go anyway. So.
Yeah, there's 2 others and they both pressed go, so I would say yes. There's 3 of us because we thought we'd had 2 leagues and then the second league decided not to turn up.
Oh yeah, that went so well, didn't it?
I just realised I posted, it doesn't seem like he isn't online. How does that make much sense? I'm not sure if you can edit them on YouTube, no. Am I echoing now? Or can you hear yourself? It's more to the point. Good, I just reconnected everything, so... For a second time, we are ready to go.
Will we actually finish before 11 o'clock? This is the question.
Do you mean 11 PM GMT or here?
11 PM next week.
Okay. I'm sure we can make that. Nice Force India.
Nice loading
Shameless
screen.
gooses.
Oh, it's no % chance of rain now as well. We had 33% chance of rain in the first one. It's going to be interesting.
Well, we haven't seen the race yet.
Yes!
It's 74%.
Yes,
Oh Christ!
Finally, something
we could have a full wet start or a potential full wet end.
Yeah. I mean, this could be a good race.
Well, you say so, but we had like 90% chance, wasn't it, in Brazil last season? Then we ended up getting into in the last 6 laps.
It's still a good race though.
Yeah, of course it was, especially when people mess up on going on to the
right.
tyres.
If people could now come out of the pit lane so I can have a spectate button. Right, thank God. Right, here we go.
Who has come out first? Vettel again? No, it's Shane.
No,
I've got Shane. Yeah, I was going to say, it said that on the timing screens. Callum's retired. Can't you be a... What is he doing that for? Imagine if it's a full wet start.
Yeah,
You're not going to see shit into turn 1.
I'm very, very confused by it personally. Because let's be honest, Callum realistically can easily get pole here. And to be honest, it's just ruining Pepper's and Niren's predictions from the talk show.
Oh, we're back up to 8. It's going upwards. Shane's doing 2 miles an hour.
Oh no, for God's sake, please don't tell me that's actually a thing, because I've only got Vettel on my screen.
You're the host.
Exactly! How?
I've got everyone on screen, and pretty much, I think there's about 5 people in the pits, the rest are on track. Or am I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are on track, the rest are in the pits.
You watch someone else other than Vettel, because that's the only person I can spectate at the moment.
Yes, good idea. You can tell me
Is
if he gets
Vettel first?
Yes, he's first on the track.
So he'll be oh my god, he takes a very interesting line through this penultimate corner there. Won't talk about that, but anyway, starting his lap now.
That's what got him auto-retired last time.
Coming across the line, using quite a lot of his curves as he heads up towards turn 1, looking for a...
I'm riding on board with Shane.
Oh, and he's absolutely pooed his pants because he's locked up.
Good job on board with Shane, and for some reason seems to be pootling around at 2 miles an hour until the start-finish line.
Trying to conserve his tyres.
Well, obviously the Williams going conservative this weekend.
Yeah. And that is a disgusting corner cut, and he's been auto-retired. Lol.
Who?
Oh, Vettel.
What is it? Is it still what's going on tonight with this track?
It's F1 2015's strict corner cutting rules have been brought over to 2013, mate.
Has it? I didn't see the patch.
Yeah, like they'll patch this game, but yeah, he's been auto-retired anyway, so that's his lap over, and he's starting behind Callum.
Yeah, will Shane be the next one to be?
The funny thing is, at the moment, I'm on pole.
Behind him. Well done, Cody's. Well done. The guy who retired first is on pole position.
Yeah, because no one else is out. I can't view anyone. I think people's lap times still come through though. Have I got time to rejoin the session?
I wouldn't suggest doing it as your host.
Oh crap! Yeah, that's good.
It could cause 3 others to go with you.
When Pepper gets host, and it's just like, oh god.
Well, Shane's been held up a treat by Vettel. Vettel's car is still alive.
Yeah, I think his car's alive, but he's most definitely been auto-retired.
He's become an AI.
Yeah, so that's always what we want to see.
Question is if this will carry on to the race.
Well, I mean...
Then we're in trouble. Because we might have like 3 runners left with Philip winning the race.
I didn't know Philip was that clean. For all that.
Should be clean enough. Vettel sent me another message. I'm going to guess it's the same thing.
Well, I mean, he should have learned from last time that he's been auto-retired.
Isaac me again.
Okay.
Oh, I'm loving these South American people.
Well, I'm now having to watch your stream, James, to try and see what's actually happening.
Yeah, I've
just come on board to see Sevalista, or whatever his bloody name is, taking the most interesting line ever through the penultimate corner. And now James has gone onto his friends list, so this is really helpful.
Yeah, I'll just look at the message, which I just told you a minute ago. Philip is on a lap. Not going to watch that. Professional is not on a lap. Anyone actually on a lap?
I don't think so.
Sevalista, no. Don't really want to be there.
Yes, Eidsman just coming in with a good comment and saying stop Vettel, stop. If only we could have this all the time.
Send him a message.
And then we...
Well, I've just literally jumped on board with hammer time in the last sector, and if that's not a corner cut, this game is screwed.
Well, I'm going to see this in about 15 seconds. I think...
He's got P1, and I think he's on the
Oh my god, I've got the timings. I've got the timings. So Hammer Time has set pole at a 36.5, which is one of the most suspicious laps I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't that what you said Vettel could do earlier, and you were very suspicious of that as well?
I don't know.
Or is that a 35?
Oh, is it a 35.8 that's good?
I can't remember. I've absolutely no idea. I hate this track.
Can someone please tell us so we're not noobs? Because this is just embarrassing now.
Can you view anyone now? Because I'm on board with professional in the first sector. No. Okay. So you got the timings at least.
So Hammer Time's currently
you hope they're correct.
36.5. Mazias is in second with a 36.6, 70 attempts back, and Sevalista is third on a 1:37.9. I hope it's only them 3 guys that are set lap times. Oh, thank you, Falcon, for saying it's a 35.8. So that is not a corner cutting lap.
No. Let's just... I'll go off with from professional down the straight. We've got 4 people that set a lap. Philip is one of them.
Philip set a lap. No, he hasn't.
Why?
No, he hasn't.
He has on my screen.
Right, great. Thanks, one.
But no one else. Why has no one else set a lap when I'm sure I've seen them go round?
I think people have just. Hopefully, if they've caught it, they've abandoned the lap.
Yeah, but I can't understand this because there's people just sitting in the pits on my screen which haven't gone out yet.
James, everyone's sitting in the pits in my screen.
Well, maybe they're actually doing it then.
Right, I've just seen the timing screen from your stream, and yeah, they're the same apart from I haven't got Philip.
Yeah, okay. Well, Professional's about to set a lap, so if this doesn't come up on either of our boards, then we know we're in trouble. Oh, is he going to pit? Could you please set a lap? Well, first of all, we're going to go about 4 cars on track that we can see to spectate. It's going to be really interesting come the race.
The worrying thing is that I also don't have a timer.
Oh, so you don't know there's 7 minutes left now, hopefully?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll have to update you on that as well then. Shane's on the lap into Sector 3 now. Pretty decent from what I've seen.
Can this lap please appear?
Well, he hasn't set a lap yet. He's coming through last sector. Triple right-hander, or yeah, guessing it's triple. Heading towards the second to last corner now. He's got the Ferrari of Mazias up ahead. I've not seen Pepper come out on track at all, which is a bit weird, but could just be a glitch. Falcon's suspecting that they're wondering what tyres to start on. Shane has taken pole with a 35.8, so there you go, Falcon. Was it faster or slower than your...
No, he hasn't on my screen, James. He hasn't on my screen. I've still only got hammer time,
just literally set it. He set it 10 seconds ago.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't even know what to do.
1:35.839 it is. Hammer time started another lap. Going into sector 2 in a minute. Down towards the straight. Quite a decent amount of comments for the first time actually. There's multiple people in it.
It must be my amazing commentary that's just attracting people.
Yeah, maybe you should come back next time as well. Make sure your wheel's definitely broken next time. Like barely functions. Just don't do it with your connection as well. Well, I've not been watching the screen, so I don't know how much time is corner cut, but I'm suspecting he hasn't. If the corner cutting glitch actually exists in this session as well.
Well, I think it does because I was on board with Vettel and he literally just
stopped.
Just cut one corner. I mean, it was horrific, so he deserved it. But yeah.
Well, on my screen there's a white dot going around. Is he still on track?
I have no idea. That could
or is someone just going slow?
Unless anyone else.
Well, I didn't see him earlier. I did see Shane run into the back of him though. Hammer time's just gone a tad faster, but still in second, 36.2.
Oh my god!
Falcon wants to be in the booth.
God! Shane's lap has appeared.
What?
And Phillips. Oh my god!
Did Hammer time actually retire
on
the screen?
Yes, he has retired. I have.
Mazias is coming out at 5 miles an hour.
Codemasters has finally decided to update me with some information. Thank you.
Shane's coming through a very slow in-lap. Obviously making sure his tyres don't have the slightest of wear. Let's see, I've now got 5 times.
Yes, so have I. This is amazing. Except I can't spectate anymore.
Well, there's only 4 minutes left. Where is everyone?
Are people? Because at the moment I'm starting 6th, and that could be a bit of an issue.
What? You're starting?
On my screen, I'm starting 6th.
On my screen, you're 10th ahead of Prost, and I'm ahead of Callum.
Yeah. So if you look at your timing screens, I'm literally just the top one who hasn't set a lap. But you know, knowing Codemasters, it'll sort itself out eventually.
Falcon, are you trying to get me in the booth? Are you trying to refer to you want to join us because I need to get Skype? I can't remember if you had that or not.
Oh.
But you could join us
if you want, mate. You can join us if you want. I'll have to literally scroll all the way down, but I'm pretty sure I can find you.
Probably should have sent him an invite, but it's too late. I'm not sure how the quality is, but
it looks pretty decent from me. It looks pretty decent from me.
It looks a bit shit on my stream at the moment. That's the only thing. Like on the OBS itself, not the actual.
On the YouTube one, it looks decent.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that the preview I'm getting is lowered down, just for the sake of that.
I think it is. I mean, you know, it's not amazing, but it's decent. Oh, Professional has retired, setting a 136.2, putting in provision.
Is he faster than Hammer Time?
Provisionally P2 on the grid, only 200s faster than Hammer Time.
Well, Pepper's now on track, so people are starting to come out.
Yeah, why have people left it so late in this session? I mean, unless people have just messed up many laps, which I know I've done many times.
Pepper's on a lap and he's about to get screwed over by his own teammate at this rate.
Well, I am.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
I'm watching your stream, James, so I will be watching this in about 30 seconds.
More like a minute.
Oh, okay.
If I know this. Well, no, wait a minute. I'm not on Elgato, so it should actually be about 30 seconds, probably.
Well, he's going through the S section now, and well, he's messed it up.
Okay, at the end of the S section, down towards that straight.
On my screen, he's messed it up anyway. But yeah, he's catching up to his Ferrari teammate here. How much time is this going to cost him? Yeah,
too much.
Cost him a little bit. He can still continue the lap.
Yeah, but he's only got this lap to try and get a decent position.
Because he can't even pit now. It's too late for him.
Shane ahead, just getting nicely out of the way. I'm not sure it's going to be a good enough lap time from him anyway, so...
But not corner cutting yet.
Wait, you're hosting this call, aren't you? He wants his Skype name, Falcon. Give it.
Yeah.
If it's the same as his username, that'd be quite easy.
I think I've found him on Skype because we.
Well, if you think you found him, what do you mean? C Falcon 89.
Is it? And I've now got an echo. Great.
Give me 2 seconds. Prost is out for. He's about to start a lap. He's going to be the last one to set a lap. There we go. Better now.
How do I add him into the group thing?
Have you added him as a contact first?
Yes.
Okay, then you go on the group thing, the plus sign in the middle, and then add people to this call.
The what?
If you're on Skype...
Yeah, oh, I'm on plus. Yeah, found it.
Yes.
Oh crap, no I haven't. Oh, God. The chaos this is causing. I've created a new untitled conversation. Great.
Okay, is this good or bad? I've lost every dot on the minimap, apart from Prost.
I think most people have retired.
Yeah, but they don't disappear, do they? Anyway, right at the end of the session, I think normally they just stay in the pits. As
I have no idea.
Or I'm completely screwing up the thing there.
Pepper's P5 at the moment. So if you're watching James' stream, the current order is Shane No King Hammer is on pole. Professional, well done, Red Bull is in second. Hammer Time's third. Mazzy has fourth. Pepper's fifth. Sevalista's sixth, and Philip is seventh. I'm apparently eighth, and no one else has set a lap. And James, I really don't know how to add someone.
Ah, God. Where do I add new people then?
Create a new conversation.
Oh. Why a new one?
I know, I don't want to do that, but
I've got one as well now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're as good as each other. Search Skype for C Falcon 89.
Right.
How did Prost do?
Session's over.
Prost's gone fifth.
Prost's on P5. Right.
Did some people's times just appear suddenly on my screen or something?
Yeah, well, Prost's starting on Prime, so is Philip, and apparently I'm 8th, or no, I'm 9th. So I've got some problems.
Oh, okay. You sure that's your...
Good grief.
Falcon, you sure that's your username? Because Skype comes up with no shit. Well, I can't find him. Skype just goes, no results.
Is that it?
Yes!
Oh no, hang on. Close Skype.
Oh, God.
I've done it. Thank you. I want a medal.
I've got a nickname for you. JJ. If he ever comes to the call.
And it's not worked. Great. Thanks, Life.
Have you added him to the call itself, or to the group?
I think so.
Rather?
Does it not show up?
Yes. Yeah. Well, maybe is he come up on you? Like, is he accepted you?
There we go. Skills.
There we go. That's an interesting face. Don't really know what to say.
Undebated.
Josh, you know how to turn yourself up?
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to.
Because I'm not sure if Dan can hear you.
Yeah,
I can barely hear. Unless you're about the least as Dan, you probably won't be heard in the stream.
Oh, great.
Of course, if you
Thanks one. Good one, Life.
Dear oh dear, Philip's been kicked from the session. This night's just going from bad to worse at the moment.
Yeah, this is just gonna go. Not great.
74% chance of rain, and there's nothing at the start, so Prime users might be in for a good bit of luck. Someone's pressed go already. Good.
I'll trust them.
Well, I don't know who's starting behind me, but all I'm saying is good luck, Callum. Because I can't see it. So, Callum.
That's a good point. I'm not sitting my racing wheel ready to get out of the way in case Callum is behind me, which I think he is.
I can accelerate. A bit. But my wheel doesn't. My steering wheel doesn't work. So they better.
Testing.
It's working now, at least, by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it is. Hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, that's better.
Now it should be okay. Much better.
Oh, thank
So,
goodness.
how do you plan on making any kind of? Are you just going to be the old expert here?
Cut away the old part.
Yeah, tell us how to win.
Because you can't really see the race.
Well, I can see it on your stream.
Well, it's dry and
Yeah,
we're about to
74%
start.
chance
with
of
lights coming
rain.
on.
So effectively, the rain could happen somewhere between the early stages or the midpoint. I doubt it was going to come out.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter because Dan hasn't got off the line.
I've retired, right? Spectate, here we go.
I've almost quit the session.
Shane heading to the first corner. He's maintained the lead of the race. Trying to find someone behind us, and I think
Pepper has lost masses of position.
Yeah, Professional maintains position 2. I think that's Mazias in P3, I think.
Yeah, because he outqualified Pepper by about 2 positions.
And Professional is
Pepper's
having a
fallen
look
at
at
least 2.
Shane, but that does not pull off, and now Mazias all over the back of him. As
Philip's gone offline.
Yeah, as we come towards the end of the first section of the first lap, and Mazias running wide, and that's allowed. I don't know who that is. I think.
Yep, I've got to go back.
I think that's Hammer Time is through on the inside.
Oh, yes, he is. And there's another Sauber, and Pepper almost smashed the back of his own teammate there going into the long
dear
straight.
God, now Hammer Time is in the slipstream on Professional. Prost is in 5th on the prime tyres.
Shane has pulled a massive lead.
Shane has pulled away here. Pepper into the slipstream.
Hammer Time on the outside. It's a side-by-side battle between Brown, Pepper, and Prost behind. 3 wide. Pepper has hit his teammate. The 2 Ferraris are tagged. Prost is round. Brown is round. And that's a disaster behind
Callum is into 4th.
The 2 we've just been watching.
Callum is into 4th.
He's into 4th after lap 1.
What the hell has just happened?
The 2 Ferraris have decided to do a China just a couple of laps later in the wrong Grand Prix. Okay, what's happening behind Callum and Vettel now is more to the point. between the 3 drivers.
I mean, that all just got a bit ridiculous.
Josh, you sound a bit shaken. Have you got to see the lap 1 now?
I'm a bit behind on your stream actually, so I can't see anything. I'm like half a lap behind you.
Yeah, you should be about 40 seconds, I would imagine, or so.
That's not helpful.
So you should have had No, I can't really do any better than that since you weren't online at the time of this starting, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, next time.
Next time I should get in earlier. Or get on the PS3 actually.
Yeah.
That sounds like a better idea.
Get on the PS3 instead of the Wii U.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, who's this? This is Callum, and Vettel's closing on Callum down towards the straight. And so is Brown, actually, so this could get rather interesting. How many runs have we got? About 8, I think.
8? No, we've got 10.
Well, I can't count.
Well, there's us 2, James, and there's 12 people, so take 2 away from 12, you get 10.
Yes, I can't count, sorry.
Right, anyway.
Vettel down the inside of Callum. He's gone past. On the inside, Callum's going to get the cutback. On the primes, he's got the grip somehow. Going around the outside now. Vettel got the inside. Pushing Callum wide. Had to take evasive action to make sure he stayed on the track at least. Vettel secured the position and into the 3rd sector.
Yeah, Hammer time all over the back of Professional, and this is allowing Shane. He's already got a commanding 2.5, 3 second lead, I suspect.
Yeah, we've got. How much is he ahead now? He's about.
Yeah, it's quite a lot, and Hammer Time has just cut that corner terribly. But anyway.
Well, we got Hammer Time, and who's 3rd? No, 3rd is Mazias, or second?
No, 2nd's Professional. 3rd is Hammer Time.
Okay,
both Ferraris are 9th and 10th.
Yeah, because I've got Callum and Brown going side by side at turn 1 now. Brown dived for the inside. He's gotten past amazingly. Callum not got the better traction, of course, on primes. Oh, wait, no, he's lagged side by side with him, and they're literally touching wheels going through turn 3.
Oh my god, that's massive!
And he's been spun! It's chaos! Brown is dead, I think.
Well, he's not dead, he's lost his front wing, though.
I think Callum has as well. I can't quite tell. No, he's not. He's not actually lost a lemon plate, even. But he seems to hit the barrier harder than Brown. But now he definitely has to hope for rain, as he's off and out at the moment in P10 by quite a large margin of seconds.
Oh god! Oh, there we go. That's the camera. Yeah, Cal got all his front wing. That is amazing.
Yeah, I noticed he had missed nothing. No end plates are broken somehow. Hammer Time down the inside of Professional. He's run wide, and so is Professional. They both onto the AstroTurf, and somehow he's managed to secure the position. Going through into sector 3 now, down the little twisty hill section around the left. None of them locked up.
And I'm on board with Shane, and just looking back, his lead is massive. If this was a full dry race, Shane has won the race, but there's still rain coming, so
there's no way to tell.
Strategic calls could still play a part in this, but I guess.
The only thing is, if Callum gets full so far down, he screws up for for Shane's pit stop.
What's he saying? Callum's going to get lap.
If he crashes with whoever's ahead of him, maybe. The 2 Ferraris aside, well, neck and neck again.
I've got to keep all kicking off though behind, so I'm going to go back on board with Hammer Time, who's coming under Professional.
Philip sent me a message. What happened?
You disconnected.
Go and view the stream. There's not really much more we can say about that.
Yeah, and Vettel is catching up to the pair of them here. Obviously getting...
Yeah, I'm watching the 2 Ferraris, but I'll switch away from
getting auto-retired in qualifying, and he's made his way into position 4, so this is not worked out too badly from him. Professional will still be getting the DRS off Hammer Time here, though, so...
Yeah, Hammer Time's run wide, so this could be bad.
Yeah, he's got a lot of his curves, though. I think...
This
is going to get very interesting at the end of this stream, maybe. Or maybe not.
It depends how late Vettel's on the brakes or Professional. Professional's definitely gaining now,
God.
but a bit late.
God,
they get so close, and they've both run wide. Hammer Time's made the corner properly for the first time.
Yeah, Hammer Time's made the... I think Vettel must have given Professional a bit of a tap in the back there.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell. It looked possibly like a bit of lag.
Is it?
Oh, they're going side by side almost. Through the triple right-hander, which now becomes a left-hander thanks to me being backwards. Are the two Ferraris battling it out more than these though? It looks like it on the minimap.
Let's have a look. Pepper all over the back of Mathias.
Yeah, because these three are starting to spread out a tad now. Hammer Time pulling away. I actually lost DRS to Professional.
Yeah, I suspect Mathias and Pepper will both be catching up to the Lotus very soon.
Who's... Well, he's dropping off these three, but he's still not too far behind them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Considering I would expect him to be a lot further behind.
Yeah.
Professional was pretty much nailing this first sector until that corner, which has now made the gap pretty much the same as it was before between these three.
Callum down in ninth, and I presume the guy all on his own is Brown. So fair play to him, because I think if most people would have quit in that scenario. So fair play to him for carrying on.
Oh, Vettel's gone down the inside of Professional before they even start the straight. Professional's gone really wide, but they should both have DRS, and Professional will have the slipstream, which Vettel doesn't have at the moment. Actually, Hammer Time's giving it to Vettel now. And a change of events.
Oh
but,
my
really
God,
getting
it's
on the
all
brakes.
kicking
He's
off.
very late on the brakes,
God,
down inside. Oh, side
Yeah.
pod glitch. Slightly, not terrible. But that's cost him, at least. I'm not even sure Professional was aware he was there. Just looking by that reaction, just drove straight on, pretty much. Now, Prost is in 5th behind these three, gaining as well.
Yeah, Prost, I think he's on prime tires as well, so he's not looking too bad. But if you just look at the lead Shane has got, it's ridiculous.
Pepper's made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped at least 2 to 3 seconds off Mathias.
Okay, so I think Professional now back within the DRS range of Hammer Time. He's driven a very good final sector here, actually.
Shane's at turn 1, and these are at the
Yeah,
start
exactly.
finish straight.
Says it all, really, doesn't it? But yeah, Professional back within that DRS range of Hammer Time. So not be able to make a move on the pitch straight, but if he does a decent first sector, then he could look for a move down the back straight with no pressure now from behind him, because I think
Someone has pitted.
God.
Someone's pitted. I just noticed someone going slow on the minimap, about to get taken out by someone coming along.
I think it's
turn
Vettel. Vettel has pitted because Prost is up to 4th. Sebalista.
Yes, and he's missing from behind Hammer Time and
Sebalista is
Professional, so that
5th.
makes sense. I'm going to go further back because I don't think Professional's going to get past Hammer Time, looking at the amount of curves he saved up.
Callum in 7th, and the guy behind him is Vettel. So Vettel effectively a pit stop ahead of Callum now.
Yeah, but Callum's on the prime tyres and not going to give this up lightly.
No, I don't suspect either. I suspect Callum will be quite mad at this point.
Except for Vettel's going to be getting the DRS, I would imagine, at least.
We could do with a safety car right about now, really, just to try and bunch up this pack again.
Yeah, there's only 10 of them. We could need them to be right next to each other again.
So just...
Pretty sure Shane would disagree, but still.
Shane currently got the fastest lap of the race at 39.6. The only guy close to him is Pepper with a 39.8. Everyone else in the 40s and 41s.
Yeah, but Pepper is
Shane
behind
has
because
come
of
into
2
the pit lane.
drastic
Shane
mistakes.
is into the pits.
So has Hammer Time, and so is Professional.
So this is a clear,
they will come in.
it's a
Indicator of lap time, the pit.
Yeah.
Lee has posted the famous, or most famous centre quote I could probably imagine, in the chat.
What he said.
Well, never going for the gap that exists. I'm not sure who that's supposed to be referring to, or if that's just trying to be a slight tribute for the day. Not sure, but it's a 4-wide battle potentially into turn 1 now.
He's in the lead and he's got quite a big gap.
Yeah, but he hasn't pitted, remember. Callum's going side by side with Vettel behind, but he's got the position on Callum. Got the cut back at turn 1. Hammer Time's 4th. Prost hasn't pitted. 2nd is who?
2nd is Shane.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think. Yeah, Mathias is in 3rd, but I think he's yet to make his pit stop.
Yeah, his 1st and 3rd have not made the pit stops. So
That's
Shane's
how
still
much
the
time they
provisional
lost
leader.
when... Yeah.
Like hitting each other.
I mean, that went well, didn't it?
I said, no, I don't hate Kvyat for going down the inside of Vettel, but I do hate him for Russia turn 1. Turn 2,
hang on,
3,
Vettel into the slipstream, a Professional here.
He's got past, surely. Oh, he's getting very tight.
Very well done there from the Red Bull driver.
Not lost touch with No. Well, that's an interesting corner line from Professional 2 corners ago.
Yeah, I agree. All catching up though to Mazias.
Mazias is struggling.
Those tyres must be very worn by now.
I'm pretty sure he was on options, so that would make sense. Oh, Lag's bike had one.
And they have all demolished that penultimate corner, but nevertheless... Oh my god!
Professional's gone deep.
Professional's gone deep.
And Vettel, I thought, was nowhere to be seen, but he's right on his arse,
Yeah.
that's why I can't see him.
Professional not got DRS for some reason, I don't know why, but...
he has got DRS on my screen, so that makes no sense.
Good one. Oh, but he's
down the inside.
into the ball line and he's
round the outside
he's
again.
Off the track. Yeah, into the walls slightly.
Oh, well done, Spectator Cam. On my screen, he went down the inside and stayed side by side.
He did a bit, and then got side pod where it stopped.
No, he did. On my screen, they were side by side going through turn 2.
Okay.
And then just suddenly disappeared.
Right, so I've actually got the legit thing. That's all good.
From that.
Anyway.
From that, yes.
F1 ARG Pro still in the lead of this race on the prime tyre.
Well, where's Vettel now? He's just ahead of 2 other people. No one's near anyone now. Thank you.
The only problem we've got is we don't know when this rain's coming. I mean, from the looks of it, it looks quite dark, but this is Cobus, so
we can't. We don't get told because we're.
I mean, to be honest, they don't get told either. They get told 15 minutes when it's actually half an hour away. But yeah. So on lap 8 of this race, Prost. I don't know how long he can go on them prime tyres. They must be wearing out pretty quick.
Sid says he's predicted lap 8 to lap 10 for the rain to come down. So we're on 8 now. Let's see how correct you are.
Well, Prost needs this rain to come in the next couple of laps, and he needs it to come hard. So then hopefully he can just go on straight onto Inters. And then we've got a race for the lead between Prost and Shane, which is what we all want to see. But
2 Ferraris closing up again. Pepper now ahead actually because he got the undercut, didn't he? I imagine.
Yeah, I was going to say Mazias stayed out for lap 7. So his tyres would be wrecked.
That shows you how much he lost because he was about 4 or 5 seconds maybe up the road.
Yeah.
Before he made his pit stop, so now he's about a second behind.
You could see just how much he was struggling. Please have an easier name to say. The Lopez driver is in 6.
Oh, Josh has left us. Oh, he's going to come back next week. Yep, for anyone that wants to join, especially previous AOR guys, feel free. If we have less than the 16 drivers, there's no reason why you couldn't join in. It just adds points of views.
Yeah, Pepper is lagging and corner cutting on my screen, so this is all good.
We've got the same then.
He's catching up too.
Shane, I think, is catching Prost at the front by the looks at it, because it's getting really close. Third and fourth is getting closer, but not quite close enough. Pepper on my screen has not got the DRS sign, but his DRS is physically open.
Okay. I mean, things are going well for Cobus.
And physically closed. Something has happened to their servers. Who is hacking them?
Obviously, I think this race shouldn't count. Then no points should be awarded. But, you know, that's just my opinion. But,
yeah, that's because you're not racing, you prick.
But Shane has got the DRS now on Prost as we head down the pitch straight. I think he'll be looking for a move up the inside of turn 1. Prost has carried on again. I think this rain must be coming pretty soon. Let him through without much challenge. And that...
Pepper's made the worst extending ever.
What?
Through the second to last corner and the last corner. Pepper, he literally was like a car length or 2 off the track, off the AstroTurf
itself.
and
Prost is desperately struggling now. I mean, Shane's just pulling away.
Going to get past. Oh, someone's locked up ahead of Pepper. Who are they caught now? They've caught Sevalista ahead, so there's a 3-way battle now rather than a 2-way battle. I've not been paying attention to the minimap, obviously. Did Pepper get... No, did Shane get past on the lead?
Yes, quite easily. No real fuss.
I think Prost made a mistake. Because the
gap's
quite big. It's spitting. It is spitting.
He hasn't made a mistake, James. He is struggling like no other. He can't turn the car in.
I think you should pick for options, mate. It's just barely started spitting on my screen in Sector 1.
He should have come in on like that.
Sid, your predictions is slightly right.
Slightly right, but completely wrong.
It has begun spitting, but it's not really raining.
Anyway, Pepper has got DRS on the Lotus.
Yeah, Mazias on him again. Sure, he's going to go down the inside now, easy peasy. Yes, he has Mazias as well, is he? Oh, close.
Oh, yeah, Severus has got great. He's trying to
jump back on
the
him.
corner now, side by side.
He's on new
and
options.
Around the outside, this is great racing. The three of them in such close proximity. Severus is up the inside and I think has got the position back. And now Mazias having a look at his teammate.
No, he is not because Pepper's got the great
I could see that, but yeah, they're now side by side.
Cut back. He's going to cut back. He's going to cut back for the inside at the next corner. Oh! Slight contact on my screen at least. Pepper's gone very wide, and now it's starting to pour a bit more than it was. Two Ferrari side by side for the last corner. Is that Mazias got past Pepper? Nice lag, nice lag. 3 wide going across the line.
It's just a drag race, and Mazias has pulled ahead.
Yeah. Silverlister is going to keep it around outside Pepper. Try cut back. No. Now the raining's coming down heavy. It should be inches in a couple of laps' time. He went far off, Sid.
Has Prost carried on? No, Prost has pitted. What has he pitted for, though?
Well, he's going to lose too much time. He's going to end up in this battle eventually, isn't he, if he keeps staying out. Especially the pit, at least, and then try and blast him some quick, fastest laps.
Prost has gone to option tyres here, and he's...
Iceman asks if Pepper stopped again. No, Vettel stopped again.
Who?
Iceman wants to know if Vettel in the cage room has pitted again, twice. In that case, I would imagine. Pepper has not disconnected yet. All logic has gone out the window, he says. Not quite, but it's close, yes. Oh, this is Mazias is having a go on Pepper now, ahead, and I'm watching from the wrong point of view, and I'm not going to change, because it's going to be very confusing. Down the inside it goes, very easily past. It's, I wouldn't say it's pouring down now, but it's definitely going to be Inters within the next lap, I would imagine.
I was going to say, he's absolutely chucked it down, and Prost should have come in earlier. He hasn't made use of his fresh option tyres. He's only had 1 lap on them, and he could be coming in for Inters now.
Yeah, and the only good thing is that the guys on primes will be on decent tyres, won't they? But the guys on options, again, will be on slightly, well, pretty worn tyres.
Yeah, but I mean, they stayed out till lap 6 anyway, so the tyres should be alright until about lap 13.
Yeah, question is, of course, when does it become wet to go for Inters? Because if it's that point, then they're going to be struggling like desperate, whilst Prost will only be struggling.
Yeah, well, on my screen, it looks wet. It looks wet.
On my screen, it looks barely wet at all, but it's just the fact that there's a tad of spray starting to be kicked out by the tyres, but it's pretty worn. Pepper almost aquaplaned at turn 1.
The rain looks quite heavy, so I mean, the problem with this, well, especially this game is you come in 1 lap too late and you've lost 10-15 seconds. So yeah, exactly.
This is a long lap as well with a lot of.
And if you come in too early, like Pepper did at Brazil last season, then you've lost the pit stop. So
yeah, plus you're going to cook your engines if you decide to stay out on them.
Anyway, Shane is looking very, very comfortable out in the lead of this race. I think the only thing that can go wrong for him now is he makes a wrong strategy call, and I think he's actually got a big decision here, because for me it looks ready.
He's quite far ahead, yeah.
And I will be coming in with
my screen. I would give it this lap or another lap.
And he has absolutely demolished the penultimate corner.
No, never mind. Sector 3, I would claim, is definitely
he's carried on though. Will Hammer time behind him pit?
Prost retires.
Hammer time's pitted. Hammer time pitted for Inters.
Has he obviously realised a very bad mistake or something and decided that's that?
I don't know, but Prost, Hammer time and Professional have come into the pits for a set of intermediate tyres.
Pepper's just dying multiple times due to lag, and Pepper pits, meaning that Mazias has to carry on for another lap. Could this be crucial for Mazias' race?
I don't know, but I'm struggling to tell how well Shane's doing. It doesn't look too bad.
Well, he's coming towards turn 1. Will Mazias be faster than the Inters runners of Professional and Shane?
I would watch Mazias. I'm on board with Shane, and yeah, the grip is low. The grip is low. It looks very wet out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of wet now. Spray being kicked up from Mazias' tyres. He's actually somehow keeping up with Professional, which makes either this.
Is Mazias leading the train though?
No, he's behind everyone because they were so far ahead. They just came out ahead of him.
Shane is going to struggle in this final sector a lot.
Oh, he's gone down the inside of Vettel. Vettel's just died.
Oh God.
He's in the gravel. I think he's on the options as well, I think, by the looks of it. And Brown.
Oh
no,
my
Brown
God,
is at
Shane
Hamilton.
has
That's Hammer
no
time.
grip in this final sector. No grip at all. He's got to.
Final sector. What are you
Shane.
watching? Oh, he's not pitted. Oh,
This is
God.
what I'm keeping you informed about. He's really, really struggling. He's a good job he had a big lead.
Mazias is...
That's all I'm saying.
Sector 3 is way too wet compared
And he's
to the
just...
rest of the
Oh
track.
my God, he's a bit into the barrier. I don't think so. I don't know if he's lost any of his front wing. It didn't look like it on the game.
That would be terrible, because if he does it on the way into the pits, that means they won't change
I can't see in the pit lane. I can't change camera view in the pit lane.
Mazias has been screwed over like mad by his teammate. Callum is still on the primes, just gone past Mazias. He's absolutely making the master of these conditions somehow on these tyres.
Shane, come out the pit lane and has no issues still. So he lost a lot of time, but...
I thought Callum was about to be mad there, he almost didn't pit. I think he almost missed the pit.
Shane actually only lost 3 seconds on that lap, so I think I may have overestimated how much he was struggling. But
yeah, I was going to say, looking at the gap, it's still pretty damn big, isn't it?
On my screen, he looked like he had no traction at all. But
it's just got a lot darker and a lot wetter on my screen.
Yeah,
just before that.
There's a big call also coming up in a couple of laps' time because they need to go onto full wets.
Yeah, there's no way this is not going to go to full wets by the end.
Yeah.
It's raining way too hard unless it just stops.
Right, well, there's a top 3 and then there's the rest of everyone. So, you know.
Pepper's 4th and just everyone behind him somewhere.
Yeah, how's Pepper got into 4th?
He made the right strategy call for once onto Inters. He pitted the same lap as professional.
Okay, so, well...
Because it was okay that lap, but it was just Sector 3 was deadly. And he was on Inters then, and everyone else was on the
well, fair play to Pepper. I mean, he's tried to salvage the race. He's about 15 seconds probably behind professional, but oh well. Anyway, we've got a nice group of cars here who are actually having a race. Civilista is in 5th. I mean, he's doing a cracking job at the moment.
Yeah, he pitted on the same lap as professional and Pepper to make the right decision.
But he has got a rampant Callum behind him.
Yeah, the thing that's more interesting though is how Callum managed to go on the primes and be faster than Mazias and faster than the Inters runners during his in-lap.
Okay, some kind of sorcery going on there. But
yeah, I know, he literally went round the outside of the triple right-hander.
At all, Callum, if Callum does him round the outside, then
no, he's going for the inside. Lag tap, potentially? Or did he just run wide?
He just had no...
That didn't seem very natural
just
from him.
Just had no grip there. Anyway.
Well, just mid-corner he just speared off, so... Mazias is all over the back of Callum now, pretty much. Of course, there's no DRS to rely on now, just the slipstream and the curves. My view of things is going absolutely mad. It's going from 8 to 5 to 3 to 4 to 6.
Also looks very, very wet.
Yeah, it's starting to shine, which is worrying, because that's normally the switch over to Inters.
I think this lap could be the lap to come in.
In which case, it's only been like 3 laps on Inters. Which makes it a flipping good job they didn't have a wet session in qualifying, because then they would have had no wet tyres to use almost. But I imagine that could be interesting. What is it?
Exceptional third.
Yeah. They all made the pit stop on the right lap.
Where's Pepper gone?
What do you mean, where's Pepper gone?
Has Pepper pitted for Pets?
What? No, has he?
He's not in 4th.
Get on board with him, I'm not sure, I have no idea.
We're on board with Pepper, who's on full wet tyres.
Time to spectate the madness.
Right. Shane's carried on, is he?
I'll have a look at Shane's last.
Shane's carried on.
Crap.
Shane has carried on.
Time.
Right, I'll check that.
I'm gonna have a look at.
Right, Shane did a 35.1 for that final sector.
Well, Shane did a 43.3 last lap. Let's see what Pepper's lap is.
Oh my god, I nearly quit.
Yeah, so did I. Pretty much at the exact same time you said that.
And I don't know how to go on board with that. I think press L2.
I think professionals pitted for wets.
Oh god.
Are we going to see a massive strategical blunder from these two?
He's average.
Yeah, and professionals just gone on to wets.
Everyone's come into the pit lane go for wets. Right, going on board with Shane. Let's see how much he is struggling out in the lead of this race. Once again, going longer than most people.
I'm going to watch the group of about 5 cars coming
that's
out of the
going
pits.
to be interesting. Shane aquaplaning through that corner, no grip at all.
Yeah, maybe it should be time for the wet side, I imagine.
Oh my god, he's got no grip.
Despite what you said about Pepper.
He has no grip.
How much time is he going to lose to the car?
Hammer time, but Hammer time stayed out.
Yeah, he was the first of the cars not to stay out, though.
He's driving so slowly, but professional was 15-20 seconds back.
Yeah, but let's have a look. Mazias is in 5th. Where's professional?
Right, Shane.
Pepper's in 4th.
He's cutting that
Professional's
penultimate corner quite a lot now.
Is professional? No, is Pepper. Let's see. Shane in the pits now.
Yeah, Shane is into the pits, presumably.
Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna get past. He's way too far.
Hammer time. I've got an echo.
Callum's being overtaken, almost by Vettel. Oh, he has. He's run wide. He's run terribly wide at the end of the straight, and that's Prost just pretty much just allowed straight through.
This could be quite close though between professional and Hammer time. As I say that, he's just run off the track. Well done, professional.
Well, has he just conceded a position?
No, Hammer time still rejoins with 2-3 second lead. He's lost a fair amount of time to professional, so he made a very good strategy call. But yeah.
A couple of stories alternating in the chat. I see. I'm not going to read them because they're pretty long.
Try and get it back up. The stream was lagging for me, though, so I was worried I was getting disconnected earlier.
Yeah, I would suggest not trying that. So we've got a Williams 1.7.
A Williams 1.7, I'm sure that's what they were targeting coming into this weekend.
There's also definitely what Neera and everyone else
yeah, also
predicted.
apparently Callum was going to get pole, so yeah.
I'd like to know what my prediction was, because I was sure it was something involving the one who doesn't crash. Which at this rate might be correct. Well, going very slow for the first sector at least, struggling with the rear end almost everywhere, but oh, Callum's lost it a tad as well, through the same corner that Vettel just did before the start, or the back straight rather, comes along. Let's have a look, how big is the gap ahead of Vettel? Oh my god, Vettel's just been auto-spun on the curb, halfway down the straight almost, just before the DRS board, so that is definitely costing for straight line speed. Someone is closing on Callum behind.
Yeah,
can't quite tell.
Professional's closed up to Hammer time. A fair amount, obviously. He's had 1 lap more on these wet tyres, and Brown's disconnected.
Brown's disconnected.
I mean, he was getting close to being lapped, so that could be a race quit, but I don't blame him, to be honest.
This is interesting. Brown has run wide. No, Sevelister and Lotus has run wide, and he is still pretty much on the pace, if not faster than Callum at the moment.
What's Callum doing?
In the wets. He's not. Well, he's must have made a mistake as well, because they're both pretty much at the same gap, but the gap to let's see, Vettel ahead has just been doubled, if not trebled, through 3 corners. So I think they're both struggling at the same. Callum using curves all lap apparently. Okay, I haven't noticed that, Lee, but that might be true.
Oh my god, he is!
Well, he's on your spectator cam as well. Okay, I've had that before.
Oh no, he's using it, but it's not going down. Great.
No, but I've seen that clicked quite a few times before as well. I think actually I tried it early in the week and it did the same thing. Oh, well done, Prost. You've just received the trophy for the worst corner cut I've seen in a long time.
Well, I've seen quite a lot of bad ones. I mean, Shane has literally nearly hit the wall at the penultimate corner.
Yeah, Vettel just decided that corner in the middle sector didn't need to be done. Gap's quite big there. From Mazias to Pepper, I'm going the wrong way. Hate doing this with pedals rather than the controller, but I don't have one that works at the moment, thanks to my charging cable being gone.
Well, I mean, this is interesting.
So Lister's gone wide at the same corner at the end of the back straight once again. Somehow still keeping up with Callum. pretty much, which makes very little sense considering his pace earlier in the season and in pre-season.
Well, Shane is going to take the lead of this championship anyway.
Oh, that's a good point actually. I forgot. They're all on about 25 points.
I mean, I was leading.
Apart from you, who were. Well, not now.
Are
you?
Hang on.
Don't stand a chance now. I'll doubt
how
it.
many points has he got?
Oh no, he's actually in 7th. You might be. He's in 7th. What's
6.
that? I'm viewing the results, seeing what's going to happen. This is going slowly because I'm streaming.
Right, Shane, do you mind just crashing off the road a bit, mate?
I can't check the results because I don't remember where they are. Oh well.
Shane's put his policy straight and just go off the track. Not really an issue.
Yep, I'm probably doing the same as Sevelista's been doing every lap. Callum pretty much every other lap.
I don't think the guys. I mean, the conditions do look pretty bad. I mean, Shane has got no confidence turning in.
What, is he just understeering everywhere?
Let's have a look at some lap times. When did Shane do a 2:02?
Lappy pitted?
Was that only a lap ago?
Oh, okay.
Oh, whatever.
Well, that makes a little sense because the gap doesn't seem to visually have closed much.
Yeah. Oh no.
Unless everyone decided.
Thingamajig. Hammer time did a 1:46.
Was that his out lap?
No, 2:03. But he was a second quicker on the previous lap. Was hammer time.
Yes, the lap times are 2 minutes now, pretty much.
No, they're not. That was just when Shane was coming out pits.
Okay. Vettel on the back of the Ferrari, that's the closest thing I'm getting to a battle at the moment.
1:47.9 there from Shane. Hammer time does a 1:48.9. Great, thanks.
Callum's making more mistakes and Sevelista's closing up again. Callum could be ending up 8th at this rate if he doesn't look out. He's not doing very well, that's for sure. Vettel catching whoever this Ferrari is. Probably not Pepper, I'm guessing it's Mazias. Yes, it is. He's just flown over the curb, thanks to this game spectator cam. Can I please give us something to spectate on apart from corner cuts?
Well, Vettel is trying to catch Mazias.
Well, it's not going to do that with Mazias missing 2 corners in Sector 1. And almost trying to hit the bollard before that corner. Either my sound is going crazy, or Mazias just decides to lift in a straight line.
Probably both.
I'm not sure it's going to be the most interesting battle between Callum.
I don't know, but
where is he on track?
I can now see him.
I don't know.
But Mazias has definitely caught up because I can now see him.
Yeah, and Vettel's caught Mazias as well. He's made
Come on,
some
lads.
mistakes.
Let's have a three-way battle for 4. For the last.
We need Pepper to make
For
another
the last
mistake
few
then.
laps. This is what we want to see.
Well, my question is, how long do these wet tyres last? Because they went on them on lap 16.
Yeah, 16, 17, 18, I think.
So they got to do 13 laps on them. I'm not sure they can do that.
Yeah, and also it's the prime and no, it's the medium hard tyres as well. So nice English. So tyre wear must be quite high. So I suspect they may have to make a pit stop.
Which would be very interesting. Because it depends on if someone decides to take the pit stop in 2 laps' time.
Oh my god, Vettel has just hit the
Vettel's died. Pretty much. Curb. That's that over. At least for the time being. But Mazias is getting closer to Pepper with that small corner cut.
Well, it's the difference.
A corner cut, it's a corner cut, to be honest, really. But why have I got 5 Skype notifications from different people? What? Never mind that. Callum and Severlista seem to be the ones that are closest at the moment. They've been sticking together pretty much since the wet weather came, but they're not got next to each other since they both went wide about 4 laps ago.
Oh God, Pepper is really lost the rear end, and so is Mazias. Are they?
Mazias,
yeah,
both.
They're both really struggling. Yeah, they're both really struggling.
Well, I would imagine these tyres are starting to get warm, and it's still
raining.
raining.
16, 17, they've got to go at least another lap to make sure that the final stint's not too long.
Well, this could be interesting to see how long Pepper leaves it, because Pepper just decides to go. He's going to go to the end. Okay, he's hit the pit lane.
But Mazias nevertheless has come into the pit lane for a fresh set of wet tyres.
Yeah, I was about to say before that he might end up getting screwed over again if Pepper decides he's going to go to the end and then just finds out it's not possible. Mazias is still stuck behind and can't get past like on the switch to inters.
Anyway.
The interesting thing at the moment is that Mazias was that close to Pepper despite the fact that he had to stay out and lose about 10 seconds on the options first time round.
Yeah. I suspect fresh wet tyres are a big advantage. Fresher, sorry.
What we're going to see, he was half a second behind probably. We'll see how far ahead he can jump him now. If Pepper does pit that, of course, subject to change at the moment.
For all we know, Pepper could do an Australia and try and stay out. Let's try L2. What on earth is Callum doing? Just started weaving on the main straight for me.
Oh, he's ahead of these guys, isn't he? Yes, he is. Mazias and Betline. I wonder if that's Callum up ahead. No, that's got to be Severlista, hasn't it, before Callum? He has not run wide. That's probably about the first time I've seen him not do that. Let's have a look. They're definitely closing on him, but
oh my God!
Is Callum going to make any more mistakes? Oh, that's good. I'm not sure if Vettel pitted at the same time. He must have, surely.
Pepper finally.
Well, Mazias is round the outside.
He must have lost loads of time. He's like.
Shane and that are still out there.
Yeah, well, he pitted really late, but he must have lost 5-6 seconds.
Oh, Mazias almost got spun on the curb. And Severlista's come in, they all realise that they can't go to the end on these wet tyres. They need a second set. I'm just going to make this race even longer. Just for good measure. Considering the fact that they're split, so it makes it even more tedious.
Mazias comfortably ahead, so is Vettel.
Everyone that has DNF'd or disconnected so far has not given us a safety car. Can whoever's in last...
Please do it.
Decide to die.
I mean, even though you will be given like 50 penalty points and probably banned from Aor, just do it for the lols.
We'll just make up some excuse that you lost it somewhere.
We'll edit the stream. But yeah, if Pepper comes down to the pit lane and Callum is only 5-6 seconds behind him. Why Pepper did not pit on the end of lap 21, I do not know.
Wait, Pepper's pitted, and what position is he in? Crikey, so he's the one all the way down the middle of the straight now. Mazias is at the end of the straight now, breaking towards
that's
the
how
corner.
Much time Pepper. You know that replica of Turn 8 at Turkey? Pepper just couldn't do that at all.
He just went off and got slowed with the entire corner. Well, let's see what his fresh tyres can do. Someone in the first sector, close at least, but not... Someone in sector 3, I can't tell if it's 1 dot or 2 dots.
Right, Shane has pitted. Has Hammertime not pitted?
Not sure, actually.
Hammertime is not pitted.
Maybe he's going to try and go to the end.
That'd
be interesting. I'll go and have a look through the grid because that definitely isn't catching Mazias enough at the moment. I think he's struggling a bit without the DRS. Professionals in third, not that far ahead of them. Hammertime's You said Shane had pitted and he's still in the lead?
Yeah.
Hammer time pit, mate.
No, he hasn't. Hammer time on the pit. He then stopped.
No, but go and pit, mate.
Right.
It's better if you pit and come out ahead of professional still, which you can. And risk losing the time and losing it probably more than the position to professional. Or does Hammer Time somehow think he's got the pace to get past Shane?
The hairpin before the long straight.
Professional all on his own. See, on board with that. Oh, so no one anywhere near each other. Papa's just thinking, why did I shoot myself in the foot again after doing it so brilliantly the first time?
I know, he made 2 great strategy calls to get him back in good contention from some good points in this race. And then he blows it with that.
I don't know.
Well done, mate. Well done. Well done, mate. Well done.
It's going to be interesting drivers briefing between the 2 Ferraris afterwards.
Yeah, things could get pretty fiery. We'll live stream that for you, actually.
Well,
this isn't really the greatest of races, so we'll stream that to try and make up for it.
Yeah, I can. Where's the PC view? I can see the Skype call instead. Except for neither of them speak great English, so.
Well, Pepper does usually can't speak. Oh God!
Yeah.
I was late on the bounce by Vettel going to the first corner.
Well, Maz's almost screwed up just as much as well.
Shane's and James is just yawned, showing how interesting this race is.
Sorry, it's 10:30. I'm getting tired.
I mean, we can start talking about a different topic if you want.
I suppose put what track is Vettel driving? I don't know. The imaginary USA. Long Beach. He's driving Long Beach. As that's going to alternate with this Grand Prix, I thought. Potentially, at least.
Oh yeah, they were planning that, weren't they? Although Bernie wants 5 races in the United States, so...
Lee reckons that Wimbledon is missing a lawnmower at the moment.
Just got that. That's quite good.
The green catering battle you've got lost. You're supposed to be in London.
Yeah.
Or North London,
They need you in about a month because they've got some important tyres matches going on then, alright mate?
Anyone feel free to open the stewards panel thread after this race, because I would agree with you, Iceman. This lap I've seen at least 4 corners that's been missed by.
This is the problem, I mean, I mean, obviously collisions are bad, but people just corner cutting and then by not even taking any sort of penalty, it's just so infuriating. Because you wonder why you're slow, and then you get, because you compare it to people like this.
Yeah, tennis is not a football ground, by the way. I know it's not a football ground. God knows where Wimbledon football ground is. Probably the same place now.
Yeah, in Wimbledon. Yeah.
What if Wimbledon split into 2 different teams?
What?
A long while ago. Wimbledon was Wimbledon, and it became AFC Wimbledon and MK Dons, wasn't
Yeah, well,
it?
Wimbledon became MK Dons, and then AFC Wimbledon worked their way up from like the bottom leagues of English football. So the new Wimbledon has no attachment to the old Wimbledon.
Let's see. Give me a second to find this thing. Where is the? What's that picture of Captain Picard from Star Trek, which Arrow uses all the time? That's what I feel like describing Hammer Time at the moment. No, Vettel at the moment.
What race is next?
Just have let's just have a brief view away from this. Not sure if it's. Sorry about that. That was my Vettel impression. Speakers. Sorry if it scared you to death.
My earphones were quite loud from trying to hear Falcon earlier. That has just scared the life.
Well, I completely forgot that when I switched to PC, it decided to untick Elgato. At which point the volume goes back to full.
Okay. Right, well, lap 27 out of 28, and Vettel has finally closed in on Mazias. While my eardrums try and resort themselves out.
By the way, if you wonder, Dan, my volume when I race is pretty much similar.
Professionals dislike my comment on AOR. Unbelievable. What?
Doesn't agree with you.
What's that?
Or maybe he just hates you for not winning the championship.
Guys, races like this make me wonder why I am bloody racing. Anyway.
Well, you're in the Red Bull, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, it makes total sense. He hates that you're not driving. Because you want the constructors over the Williams, which isn't going to happen at the moment.
If I was racing, we'd have scored more points than Williams this race.
How do you know you would have screwed up going to Inters?
I always make very good strategy goals.
Well, why are you not racing them?
Because I can't turn left or right, James.
You can if you assign a D-pad.
Yeah. James, admittedly, I probably would have beaten Callum this race if I'd done that, but that's not the point.
It still would have been points.
Actually, yeah. Hang on, do I get Oh, crap, no. So I'm going to get points. Why didn't Prost and Brown just get disqualified? Have they got points? Anyway,
no idea.
Finally, last lap of the race. Shane is winning this race by a sector. And I've just gone on board with him. It's the only person I've not actually seen calling cutting, so that's a bit all, really.
Vettel just misses turn 1 on his attempt to get past Mazias. But somehow has lost it on traction. Going through the first sector, tell me when Shane's about to cross the line.
We'll do Shane into the final sector now of the lap. He'll be waving to the crowd because he's got nothing else to do.
Why should we stop and do some donuts?
Yeah, you may as well.
Well, these two are closing and they're closer than ever. So if Shane does slow down a bit so I can view the
Anyway,
state.
Shane is coming round towards the penultimate corner of this race. Takes a very dominating win. This is a big marker for the championship for him. He's going to dominate, take big points off his rivals in Callum, Prost and everyone else. Anyway, over the line to win the United States.
Massive celebrations before the line.
And it's Hammer Time.
Hammer Time's... He's held on, actually, incredibly enough.
Hammer Time is going to finish in second.
He's the only one that stayed out on the wets, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So he's done pretty well there. Not
Wets can't have even been that bad. I don't know what Pepper was doing. Anyway, over the line, he gets 18 points.
I can't view third.
Yeah, I went straight to Mazias. Oh, for God's sake, I've gone to Savalista. What? I've now gone to Pepper.
Well done. Third, whoever that was, crossed the line.
After making one of the worst strategy calls I've seen in a long time.
Oh, it's jumped straight to Callum for me. Good job.
And it's decent points, I suppose, 8.
Callum comes home to take 7.
And the final guy, who I can't pronounce, sorry mate if you're watching this back, but I do apologise. But anyway, he's going to come home for 4 points in this race.
There's actually 3 people in this race that have... No, 2 people in this race that are retired that are going to score points.
Yeah. Shane won by 22 seconds.
Well, Callum was 54 off his team, right? That's got to be the biggest gap we're ever going to see this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vettel disconnects immediately.
He's on my race.
Let's see. That was your top 3. Shane, Hammer Time, and Professional. So, podium joys for the American. Didn't he come 5th last time, so he's actually improved himself a bit. But considering you were out and Pepper screwed himself over, not really much of a surprise. just passed the hour mark, actually, 30 seconds ago.
Hi, Jamie. How you doing, mate? Have you got over from crashing on Friday?
Oh, he's in there as well. Well, we all died, didn't we? At Singapore, did someone actually make the line?
Yeah. Ben disappointed them.
Well, my footage is still blocked by the FOM, so I can't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, Ben's got that as well, you know.
What, did it happen to him as well?
Yeah.
So they just decided to kill F1
F1
2010
2010 Singapore is just not happening. He I think he's filed a dispute though, and his is now up, so. Yeah.
Is it? I can't even file for dispute. Mine just says under copyright claims grounds like this you cannot file a dispute.
Oh god.
But then again, I'm not sure if he edited his or not. I definitely didn't. Let's have a look at the standings. I'm going to strongly doubt they're updated, but still. What were they before this round?
I was leading, but
Shane's definitely Shane had 6 points behind you, so he's now going to be
19 ahead.
Yeah. Callum third 15. He only scored 6 points.
Yeah, so he won.
So he's still 2 points behind you.
Yay!
And Pepper is, I think, equal or 2 points ahead. I can't remember where it came.
Sixth. Sig got 8.
8. So he's equal with you then.
Oh.
On 33. Prost's not getting much more, so that's now a massive gap developed behind the top 4.
Well, Professional got 15, so he must have jumped quite high.
Well, at least provisionally, Vettel's got off the mark from 0 points, finally.
Oh, we've got a driver in here, right? Shane, we're gonna have to spice up the action, seeing as that was so boring.
Yeah, post-race interview.
Come on, mate. How was the win there today?
It was actually quite fun. I actually really enjoyed driving it. Even in the wet, it was really fun. It was on the inters, it was impossible to see the corners in the first sector. For some reason, on the inters, it was much worse the visibility. In the first sector, it was impossible to see the apexes.
Yeah, because it was too much.
Yeah, but on the wet, it was better, which is weird.
Also, why didn't you wait? Like on lap 18, could you not waited for like 20 seconds just to try and make it race a bit more interesting?
No, because as soon as I got like 5 seconds ahead in the first stint, I literally just said to myself, I want to win this as dominantly as possible.
Oh, for God's sake.
So, yeah, like literally, I did what I originally planned to do, which was pit on lap 6. But then, as soon as the rain came down, because I had a big enough gap, I just reacted to whatever they did behind me.
Yeah. Well, at one point, I think it was the switch between inters and wet. I thought you had lost so much time, but actually you'd lost like 3 seconds.
I lost inters to wets.
Yeah, you were struggling quite badly.
I can't remember that, but yeah. Oh well.
Well, you were going pretty slowly in the last sector, sliding everywhere pretty much. I think you only lost about 4 seconds.
I was quite, yeah. Like when I pitted though for that last stop, I came out just ahead of hammer time, and I gained at least 1.2 a sector on him because it was still on the old.
Yeah, he stayed out on the old ones.
Yeah, he managed to stay out on 12 lap old wet tyres, yet Pepper was struggling on lap 6.
Yeah, they didn't actually last that long. But
You sent out a big message, so well done, Shane.
yeah, what makes it even sweeter is the fact that I got pole, win, and the fastest lap.
So you got the Grand Slam today?
Yeah.
You just realised you've just done the same thing as Rosberg.
Yeah, I didn't lead every lap
despite
though,
your comments.
unfortunately. But
Did you?
no.
No,
Frost,
2 laps.
Frost got ahead in pit stop, but he was really slow on his old primes. Professionals also congratulated me. Nice driving, had no pace for you. Which is nice of him. Hammer Time's just left.
Well, unless Pepper's going to join to explain his nice strategical calls, I think we could end this.
Yeah.
He's not on. Is he online?
He's on Skype, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's not posted a comment yet, so I'm guessing he's too distraught to comment. Had the potential to get the podium from Professional, but screwed it up on the change to wets. So, does anyone know what the next race is? China, good. We'll end on that.
Pepper said well done.
Race last season.
Yeah, well, we had a great race back there in SRL.
You're not complaining about my strategies.
We're questioning your strategy, and now you're in the stream with us. Can you tell us what you did?
You let Mazias get the undercut.
Why you did what you did?
What?
You let Mazias get the undercut. It was a poor call. It was a very poor call.
The last one, the other two were perfect.
Yeah.
I don't get it. First you screw over your teammate, right? By making him have to go out on the tyres way too long, and then you go and screw yourself up afterwards.
No, he screwed me up at the hairpin.
No, you broke far too late.
What? No!
Yeah? What, on the first
It was
lap?
that time. It's not that time I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
Not on the first lap. Something we missed, probably.
It was like though. But
On the first lap, you absolutely destroyed him.
He basically did what I did to him on lap 3 last season.
It was unlucky because I had a massive coughing attack at that point in that straight. And then when I managed to put myself together, I was already braking too late. Oh well. James, you have the table updated, so if you want to go through that.
Woohoo. How did you do that quick? Well, how? Not you did it. Let's see. Shane is in the lead with a massive 19 points.
Am I still second?
Over Pepper. Pepper's no.
Presumably, I've not got
Pepper's
19 points. I've got a 19-point lead.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Fine.
I'll be
No, Shane, we've taken many points off you.
Oh wow, yes, I've got a massive lead. Jesus.
Pepper and Dan are tied on 19, but Pepper's in second because he's winning
I'll
the
We're
come
sprint.
tied on 33.
They're tied on 33.
I'll come back with my D-pad next race.
Well, you'll have to. Callum's in fourth on 31, only 2 behind, and Hammer Time's on 30.
Oh really?
With Mazias is on 28. So you four are now close, and Shane's just
Shane,
pulled
you've
away.
got to also miss a race, mate. This is how it works.
We always wonder.
Well, you say so, but Hammer Time and Mazias have not missed a race yet.
We'll get
But
them.
they have massive penalties.
Well, yeah, fine.
Hello, Callum.
Well done.
Thank you.
So how did the second Williams' race go?
Well, horrific. For him to finish
I was
behind me.
Really early on in the race, I think at the end of lap 1, Callum was fourth, and I actually was slightly concerned at that point. And then I went to the spectator cam on the last lap, and he was 7th. I was like, what the hell's happened to him?
It's going really, really well. Then something happened with Brown and Guy that put me into last pretty much. Then the wets came along and I couldn't get into the rhythm and kept on looking up and going wide and making mistakes.
Yeah, Callum was horrific on the wets.
Let's just say that he was so bad that Severlister in the Lotus was almost pretty much faster, if not on the same pace as him.
I was actually much better in the wet than what I expected.
I was horrible.
It was actually, oh my god, the grip when a fresh set of inters was insane. The amount of grip you had, and then they just went.
Well, it only took about 3 laps until it was full wets. So.
I mean, I made a great goal for Inters and then for wets, but pace-wise, none.
Like, yeah, I ended up having like I had like a 6-second lead by the time it got to wet conditions. So I just ended up letting the 2 like Hammer Time and Professional behind me. I just let them do their thing, and then I would respond.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to end the stream on the note of someone disassembling their wheels.
That was me.
You're trying to make it work now for once. Hopefully for the next race.
I will be back on the D-pad.
So all the drivers and my co-commentator very nicely for this race. Hopefully, potentially won't be here again next time. Unless you really want to drive and spectate at the same time, Dan.
No, don't fancy that one, mate.
No. Well, then we'll have to hope for now that you get your wheels sorted out on 2013.
Yeah.
So, where do I kill this? I forgot how to kill the stream. Let's see, OBS.